In this video, I'm going to talk about some topic that we can talk hours. We can talk many hours about this. It's a extensive subject. I want to talk about Bigfoot. people, some people believe in Bigfoot. Some people don't believe in Bigfoot. Like the majority of people don't believe in Bigfoot. The people who believe in Bigfoot are the people who have seen something on the wood. When you see this creature on the wood, you automatically become a believer. And that's a good way to figure out if this is real or not. You go in places like Washington State and many other places, and you listen to the witnesses. You listen to their stories. You listen to what they're telling you that happened. You see how these people shake. They tremble telling you the story. And you see how seeing something in the wood like that changed their life. Like, this topic is really big. We can talk about this for hours because it's a lot. It's hundreds of cases, many witnesses all over the United States. Not only in the United States, in other countries too. All over Bigfoot have different names. All the creatures have different names. But even in the United States, the North American Indians, all over the 48 states and Alaska, they have different names for the same creature. I definitely believe it's something on the wood. It's something roaming the wood. And apparently, depend on the stories that you go and found, you have different type of Bigfoot. One Bigfoot look more like a monkey, like a gorilla, like a hairy beast. No different than a gorilla or a big chimpanzee. The second type of Bigfoot is more like human. When you look at the face, and if you ever seen this video now in Gaia, I don't know if this video is real or not. This guy who have seen recorded Bigfoot in Canada, you can see that some of those creatures, the face is more humanoid. It look more like Neanderthal or like some kind of human. Do not look like a gorilla. Look more like a ancient human. So maybe a cousin of Homo sapiens. And the third kind of UFO is the one that nobody want to talk about. The third kind of Bigfoot. The third kind of Bigfoot is the one that nobody want to talk about. Bigfoot researchers don't want to talk about it. Ufologists don't want to talk about it. But it's stories out there where people see Bigfoot in relation with UFOs. Of course, there are not thousands of those stories, but we have stories where people seen UFOs next to Bigfoots, or they seen them coming inside or coming out of UFOs. Also, some abductees or contactees, people who have been in UFOs, they allege that they have seen Bigfoot inside the spacecraft, Bigfoot type of creatures. But neither the ufologists want to talk about those cases, or the Bigfoot researchers want to talk about these cases. This is taboo. Like they split. When we get to those cases, they split. They go to the right, to the left, and nobody want to touch them for some reason. If they're there, why you cannot touch it? It's a reality. You got some people telling you the stories. Well, even in the movie Star Wars, George Lucas put a Bigfoot in a UFO. Chewbacca is a Bigfoot, and he was inside a UFO. I'm sorry, inside a spacecraft. Uh, so this story have been really old. This is nothing new, but they don't want to talk about it. And why they don't want to say, why they don't want to talk about those stories? This story is people who have these experiences where they have seen this both inside UFOs or out UFOs, coming out UFOs, next to UFOs. People have seen Bigfoot, and the day before, the day after, they see lights in the woods, UFOs flying around, like all kind of different stuff. And now it's a four part of the Bigfoot phenomenon that I would call it paranormal, the paranormal Bigfoot. And this is the case where some people allegedly, they say, they have shoot Bigfoot. They have shoot Bigfoot, and they know for sure. These people are hunters. These people are in the wood hunting deers, bears, all kind of stuff in the wood. They're hunters. They're professional. They know what they're doing. And they said that they hit the animal, and the animal all of a sudden disappeared. How can a real animal, let's say this is a monkey on the wood, how can an animal that is just a simple animal like disappear? What about if it's a humanoid, like a cousin of Homo sapien? How can it disappear when you shoot? Like some people said that the animal just vanished. In some cases, the animal blew up in like explosion of light. In some cases, the animal run like a speed that is incredible. And those cases are the one that I call the paranormal Bigfoot, because how can you explain those cases? Also, we have some really strange cases where they talk about, like hunters, they said at night they have seen the animal. And I know these cases really close. I have close friends that happened to them, but they said that the animal is on the wood, is all dark, and they see something red, like some kind of red light. I don't know if you ever fly, if you know, if you're a pilot, if you have a friend that is a pilot. We use flashlight, red flashlight, to see at night in the cockpit. Well, some people have said that this is what it looked like a red flashlight. Soldiers use red flashlights too. The use for red flashlight is to not affect your eyes, and you can still keep going at night without any problems, without having your eyes blur up or closing or whatever. The whole point is people have seen this light, that's red light, that show up in the trees. They see the leaf on the trees, all the flowers like with a red light, and all of a sudden when they look, they see that this is the creature. Like they see the light is coming from this creature, from Bigfoot. It's coming from their eyes, and it's illuminating. The light from their eyes is red eyes. The light illuminates the plants, the trees, the surrounding areas, because they're in the wood, is completely dark. How can we explain that? We don't have any animal on the planet. No animal, no mammal, no kind of animal that have red glowing eyes. So what that means, like the animal is producing some kind of artificial light. Humans cannot do that. Mammals cannot do that. Reptilians can do that. When you're seeing a snake or a frog with light in their eyes, red light on their eyes, we don't have anything like that. What is that? Is that mean that these creatures are like some kind of animatronic? I mean, like a robot, like a biologic robot or something, that they're not flesh and bone, that they're some kind of machine. That's the reason they have artificial light in their eyes. We do not know, but this is important because we don't have anything on the planet that have like artificial light like those creatures. And I can talk about, in the case of Puerto Rico and in some places in Mexico, the same effect happened with the creature that they call the chupacabra. That's not the real name, but that's what they call the chupacabra. It have the same effect. Those creatures have red eyes and illuminate the background, the place where they're walking around, illuminate all red. That's not normal. That's not like biology as we know. This is something different. Well, some people said, including police, I have cases where police have shoot these things with a 45 Magnum, a revolver, with shotguns. Come on. And the animals, like in some cases, move completely abnormal, like move, and sometimes run at speed that nobody understands. And that's what I call the paranormal part of Bigfoot. If we have a species that is real, and these animals are monkeys living on the wood, we cannot only have one Bigfoot. We have to have a population. We have to have many boys and girls, males and females. That way they can make babies. Well, if this is true, why they're so hard to see? I'm not saying that this is not real, because this phenomenon is real, but I'm calling it a phenomenon because maybe this is not what we think it is. The different animals, they live all over all 48. We got them in Canada. If you go to the state of Florida, the one in Florida is called a skunk ape. It's smaller, it's reddish in color, and I have fly over the Everglades in south of Miami. The place is huge. It's thousands and thousands and thousands of acres. When you fly, I have been there, I have camped there. When you fly over the Everglades, you see the dimensions, like the grandiose of the place, how big it is. And you understand that we can have something there that nobody knows. But an Everglade, in the Everglades south of Miami, I can understand that. But when we talk about the state of Florida, because the state of Florida is really populated, it have a lot of people all over the state. When we talk about places like Miaka State Park, where many times I have seen pictures, I have seen videos, I have talked to witnesses, where they have seen the skunk ape walking in the wood at Miaka Park. The place is huge, but the dimensions are smaller. How can an animal stay hidden in a place so small? I mean, the Everglades, yes. Miaka State Park, it's not that big. It's big, but it's not that big. We cannot have only one species. We have to have a population. We have to have dad, mom, babies to keep going. How can people don't see those things at small place? And I have seen pictures, really good pictures. Many people are afraid. That's the reason I have a mask, because when people talk, people lose their reputation. This is the way society works in this part of the world. You cannot talk. If you see something, you better keep your mouth shut, because if you talk, you lose. But that don't mean you have to keep your mouth shut forever. You have to find the right people, the right persons that keep your secret and do not gonna like take you down. I believe scientists, that's the reason we go to college. We don't go to college to give them thousands of, of dollars to the rich people, because college is a business. It's a stupid business. We go to college to learn. And when we go to college and we become scientists, we should like sign for the truth. When we have a mystery, the scientists are cowards. They run away. When we got something that they don't understand, you see they're all running, and you know their names. They're on TV all day long, and they don't want to talk about anything because they're cowards. When it's something that is a mystery, or something that we don't understand, they run away. If you went to college, and you're a scientist, when you find a mystery, I don't care how bad it is, you need to attack it. You need to like go for and spend the time and make sure you understand what is going on, why we have a mystery, and solve it, or try to solve it, and get other people to get together. Let's solve this problem because we don't understand. That's what we do with astronomy, with many things. But with the small mysteries, I know the answers for this. If you keep watching my channel later on, I will talk little by little. But anyway, thank you for watching me. If you like this video, please subscribe, share, thumbs up, share with your friends, and send this video forward. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.